Hey guys, just want to let you know that I'll be going to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional Qualifier over in Philadelphia on April the 6th. If you guys want to meet me there, you're more than welcome to, come and see me. But anyway, with that, let's get on into the video. I've actually been wanting to make this video for a while now, but I actually just haven't been able to just find time or a right opportunity to just be able to sit down and do this. However, D&D Beyond recently came out with the Artificer class as playtest material, and so I figured now would be an appropriate time to finally make this list or rank thing, giving my thoughts and opinions on all of the playable classes in D&D 5th edition. Now, obviously, because it's playtest material and I'm not very familiar with it, I will be omitting the Artificer and Mystic classes from this ranking. Nothing against either of those classes, I'm just not very familiar with them. Just a disclaimer, this list is not objective in any way, shape, or form. This is just my personal opinion. This list is just ranking my favorites, not actually ranking how the classes themselves perform as classes. Just want to, make that abundantly clear if I rag on your favorite class in any way, shape, or form, throughout this video, again, it's just my opinion. Leave your own opinions down in the comments below, but, other than that, this is just my own opinion. But with all that being said, let's get on into it, starting with number 12. Number 12. Okay, so number 12 is the Druid class. It's just not my playstyle. It's healing, support, plants, transforming into animals. It's just not really my thing. If I want to do something nature-based, I'll just go with a ranger, 'cause, that's just more my speed. But, again, nothing against the Druid class. I mean, I definitely see why it appeals to people. It's just not for me. Number 11. Okay, so I know that clerics are a quintessential part of a party. You have to have a healer in the party, but they're religious figures, and it's just not my. It's just not my thing. If I want to play a healer, I'll be either a bard or a divine soul sorcerer. Other than that, I get it. Clerics have been a mainstay staple of D&D for ever, but again, it's just not for me. Number 10. Okay, so I actually have a very love-hate relationship with this class. In fact, for a long, long period of time, I actually despised this class. And that's the Paladin class. Now, here's the thing. I really like their mechanics, but I hate who they are as people. And their personality is tied very close to their mechanics. It's very hard to separate the two. And so, even though I like the mechanics of the Paladin, because it's so tied to, them being just shitty people, it's just not for me. I mean, I could try playing as one. I wouldn't be opposed to playing as one and trying it out and whatnot, but I don't know. In terms of character, I just don't like super pious people. And so, but anyway. Number 9. Okay, so here's the part of the list where, I actually genuinely enjoy each class on this list. And we're starting off with the Barbarian. Barbarians are just... The Rage is just such a broken ability. I love it. But unfortunately, I'm a dex-based player, not a strength-based player, so, I just, even as much fun and as cool as barbarians are, it's not quite my speed. Although they do make up for it with, having constitution being part of their armor class in addition to dexterity, so, but anyway, so if you just want like this big hulking brute as your barbarian or as your character, the barbarian is definitely the way to go. And again, the rage is just broken as all hell, and I love it. Number 8. Okay, so I don't really care for wizards all that much. I'm more team sorcerer than team wizard, but I love the Blade Singer. And so that just shoots wizard up, to this place on the list. It would be below barbarian, but Blade Singer, I just love Blade Singer. Blade Singer is just so cool, so busted. Just, I really like Blade Singer. So, even though I'm definitely team sorcerer over team wizard, I do really like the Blade Singer. So that's why it makes it this high on the list. Number 7. Okay. So overall, and I used to not really care for the Warlock. I didn't really get what the point of the Warlock was, but I actually, it's actually really grown on me, and it's purely because of the Pact of the Blade feature. If not for the Pact of the Blade feature, I wouldn't really care for Warlock all that much, but again, because of it, it's actually really grown on me, so, it makes it this high on the list for that. Number 6. Okay, so there was actually a period of time where this was actually my favorite class, and that is the Ranger. And the whole reason why I like the Ranger so much is just because I really like archers. And that's it. That's all there is to it. I just like archers. And the Ranger is basically your stereotypical, wild man archer sort of deal. So, and again, there was a time where this was my favorite, but, it's kind of gone down for me a little bit now that I'm off of the Ranger hype train. It still holds a really special place in my heart, so, it makes it this far on the list. Number 5. Okay, so the first class that I ever played when I started out doing D&D, and this was, let's see here, I want to say 3.5. 4th edition was a thing, but the people that I played with played 3.5 because, let's face it, 3.5 is better than 4th edition. So, but the first class I ever played when I started D&D was the monk. And I like the monks. They're so cool. They're so, their AC is just absurdly high, much like the barbarian. But, oh my gosh, just, monks are cool. Just their martial prowess. I'm a bit of a sucker for martial arts. In fact, that was why I chose the monk in the first place, was just because, just martial arts are cool. Who doesn't want to just, walk into, this big sword fight and just, thrash everybody with just their bare hands. I mean, that it's just too cool. So yeah, and even though I don't really play as monks all that often anymore, they've still got a special place for me just because, they were, it was the first class I ever was when I started playing, and so, special place in the heart and all that, everything that I've said before. Number 4. Like I said, I'm Team Sorcerer. I just like Sorcerer more. Like, okay, so the reason why I like Sorcerer better is because A, meta magic, and B, you know what spells you're getting. With wizards, you get so many, like an absurd amount that I wouldn't say it's terrible to keep track of, but you get so many and you have to prepare which ones you do or don't want to have, like, on you, like after a long rest or whatever, after you rest or whatever. But with the Sorcerer, you have all the spells that you learn at all times. And, in addition to meta magic, I just feel like the Sorcerer is more convenient, as well as more versatile, because, again, Divine Soul Sorcerer, you get your healing in, you can act as both, you're the caster and as the healer, but anyway, so yeah, again, I'm Team Sorcerer over Team Wizard. A lot of people disagree, but what can you do? You like what you like. Number 3. Okay, so there was a while where I didn't really care for this class because it's just your basic, average, bare bones class, but the fighter's actually grown on me, and there are multiple reasons for that. Excuse me. So, first off, it's amazing for multi-classing. Like, it is easily, hands down, the best option for if you want to multi-class. At least one level in fighter will not kill you. Unless you're a monk. Monks don't really multi-class with anything, really. But, unless you're a monk, if you take even just one level in fighter, you're good. It's such a good multi-classing option, and it's incredibly versatile. And on top of that, there are some actual subclasses for the fighter that, just have actually grown on me. For instance, the Battle Master and particularly the Arcane Archer. So, I used to not really care for the fighter, but just because it's so versatile and because it's such a good multi-classing option, it's grown on me. It's grown on me. And so, as a result, it's made it this far on the list, which is surprising even to me. Number 2. This is yet another class that I didn't really care for initially when I started playing, and that's because prior to 5e, it was a complete joke, and that is the Bard class. But with how 5e has buffed the Bard class, it is so good, so versatile. You can do so much with it. Just, it's incredible. There are no words for how incredibly versatile and just all around great the Bard class is. And so, it's got to be hands down my favorite caster class, probably. Just because, it's just that good. Number 1. If you haven't figured it out already by process of elimination, it's the Rogue class. Okay, so there are multiple reasons for this. First off, when I was starting out in D&D, other than the monk, Rogue was more or less my go-to class, and this lasted for a really long time. In fact, my first 5e character, when I started playing 5th edition, was the Rogue class. And just because it's just so good and so simple and so versatile and just so my speed. It's dex based, and the sneak attack's great. Thieves' tools are incredibly useful. You have to have someone with thieves' tools in the party, even if you don't have a rogue in the party, because rogue is one of the 4 quintessential pillars of your party or whatever. But even if you don't have a rogue in the party, you have to have someone with thieves' tools. And on top of all that, it's a good multi-classing option. Just like the fighter, it's a really good multi-classing option. I'd say it's like the second best multi-classing option you can have, just because of the sneak attack, thieves' tools, and thieves' cant as the language. You immediately get access to all three of those things just at first level. And so yeah, but yeah, so because of all that, my history with the rogue class, its mechanics, its versatility, and ability to be multi-classed with other classes. That's why rogue is number one for me. It's my favorite class. So there you have it. All of the classes for D&D 5th edition ranked from my least favorite to my favorite. Again, let me know what your favorite class is down below, how you would rank these classes. And again, this is just my opinion. I am entitled to my opinion, as you are entitled to yours. So again, let me know what your opinion is down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, again, the whole reason why, I got off my ass making this video was because D&D Beyond finally released the Artificer class as playtest material. So if you haven't checked out D&D Beyond, this video isn't sponsored by them, by the way. It's a really great site. I really recommend it to just about anyone. You're able to buy books on it, and you've got your character sheets and everything, and it is a direct, what's the word I'm looking for? They're a distributor. That's the word I'm looking for. They are a direct distributor by Wizards of the Coast. So yeah, excuse me. So, again, I can't recommend them enough, just because I just really like using their site. So, but anyway, like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you liked this content. And again, I'll be in Philadelphia for Yu-Gi-Oh! On the 6th, regional qualifier. If you want to see me, just, if you're in the area, by all means, yeah. So anyway, with that being said, I'll see you all, next time. Bye!